It started with something small, a key. Nothing special, just a brass spare key lying on the floor outside Stanley's apartment door. No envelope, no note, just the number tag, 12A. Stanley lived in 12A. He frowned as he picked it up. "That's mine," he muttered. But he already had his keys, all of them. He checked his pocket anyway, still there. So this was a duplicate, or something that shouldn't exist at all. That night, he left it on the kitchen counter and tried to forget about it, but at 2:13 a.m., he woke up. Not suddenly, not startled, just awake, like something had turned him on. The apartment was silent, too silent. Then he heard it. A soft click from the front door. Stanley sat up. The door hadn't moved, but the sound came again. Click, like a key turning, slowly, carefully. He got out of bed, walked to the hallway. The door was still closed, locked, everything normal. Then he noticed something. His spare key was gone from the counter. The next morning, it was back on the floor, outside the door, exactly where he found it the first time. Stanley stared at it for a long moment. "No way," he whispered. He picked it up again, and this time he didn't bring it inside. He left it on the hallway table. That night, he barely slept. At 2:13 a.m. again. Click, click, this time louder. He sat up immediately and saw something that made his chest tighten. The deadbolt on his door was turning from the outside, slowly, like someone was testing it, trying it. He grabbed his phone. No signal, of course. When he looked back up, silence. Morning came too quickly, and the spare key was back inside his apartment again, on his kitchen counter. Stanley didn't remember opening the door. The third night, he waited, sitting in the dark, watching the door, key on the counter. At exactly 2:13 a.m., the sound returned. But this time, it wasn't just one door, it was several. Doors in the hallway, doors below, doors above, all clicking at the same time, like the building itself was unlocking. Stanley stood slowly. "What is happening?" he whispered. A voice answered from the other side of the door. Soft, familiar, his own voice. "Don't leave it out there." Stanley froze. "No," he said, "no, I didn't say that." The voice continued calmly. "You always forget what it does." The deadbolt turned again. One full rotation, unlocked. Stanley backed away. "This isn't real," he said. A pause. Then, knock. 3 times, slow, measured. And then the voice spoke again. "This is the version where you finally answer the door." Stanley looked at the spare key on the counter. It was vibrating slightly, like it was ringing. At 2:13 a.m., the door opened, and Stanley realized he'd never been the one locking it.